Alright, chat room. So I got my Kamen Rider unboxing was shysted. It was the wrong figurine. It was the wrong item, so I'm gonna have to eventually return that. But that's not gonna stop us from doing all the other shits that we have to do for today, which is first thing we're gonna look at is Guilty Gear Strive Jacko. We're gonna like see how she is. Again, like I said in the reaction video, I'm not necessarily a Jacko main. I know everybody loves her for her assets, but I know she's like an interesting character. She's kind of like Venom, but on crack, because she could like summon out puppets. She could like summon out like little cute chibi like demons, and then just like they do your work for you. We're gonna be watching this. We're gonna be reacting to like, we're gonna be judging how she plays and like in comparison to Guilty Gear Xrd Jacko. And also we're gonna be taking a look at like some patch notes for the game, and just to react who got nerfed, who got buffed. What is your overall opinion of the patch notes with Jacko's release? Introducing Jacko.
Jack-O fights by summoning servants. Take control of the ever-changing battlefield as you go on the offense. Summon Servant. This move summons a servant. Servant gauge is required to summon them. You can use servants as projectiles by hitting them with an attack. Servants disappear either when an opponent's attack hits them or after a set period of time.
So,
when
an opponent's attack hits them, okay.
Pick up Servant.
Pick up Servant?
This move picks up a nearby servant. You cannot block while lifting the servant, but you can dash backwards.
Oh, so you can't like aggro in. You
This
just have to like
throws
retreat
a
and
servant
then do the
forward
servant for
that
you.
you've picked up. The servant becomes a projectile once thrown, moving forward in a curved line. Release Servant. This move releases a servant you've picked up. Once released, the servant falls to the ground at your location.
While holding servant.
You can use
so it's
a
a
servant
hold down
to start
button.
your offense by hitting them with an aerial attack after releasing them in
Damn,
the
that's
air.
Oki. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Recover.
This move collects all servants that are currently summoned. The servant gauge refills once they've been recalled. Servant gauge is required to activate this move.
Oh,
Attack command.
So
This move causes
it's
all
interesting because like Jacko didn't have this like secondary meter system before. She had like a subsidiary meter, like whatever like sort of demon or like a servant that you pop out from her ass, that is that servant, and it will designate what servant it is. It's like either punch, kick, slash, something like that, and they like go away until you like refill it again. And so this is nice that like they mitigated that crazy aspect of Jacko, which in XR Jacko, you summon out like a demon or you summon out a servant, and they had like a specific life bar. They had like huts, and they're like respawning minions. So what Strive is doing is like they're taking out that crazy aspect, that aggressiveness of the puppets, and just made it into like a meter system, and you can only have like up to 3 in battle, which is what we saw in the reaction trailer and seeing kind of here in now.
Summoned servants to attack. As it launches the opponent on hit, you can follow up with a combo.
Ooh.
It also works well as a poke or in setups due to its fast startup and recovery. Servant gauge is required to activate this move. Defend
Oh my
command.
god.
This move creates a barrier around all servants currently summoned. When the opponent attacks a servant with their barrier up, it causes the opponent to crumple. This works well against opponents who try to get rid of servants by attacking them. You can follow up with Forever Elysian Driver while the opponent is stunned.
Oh.
Servant gauge is required to activate this move.
Oh my god,
Countdown.
fucking SPD.
This move causes all currently summoned servants to explode. The servants vanish after the explosion, but it causes heavy damage. It takes time before the explosion goes off, so buy some time with Jack-O's normal attacks. Servant gauge is required to activate this move.
Oh Jesus.
Servant
Nuke the whole
Shoot.
field.
An
Nuke the whole
attack that
field.
hits in front of Jack O. By hitting servants with this move, you can send them flying
Damn.
far off. This works well as a poke at long range. This move can be cancelled into some special moves.
Ooh, okay.
Forever Elysian Driver. An extremely damaging throw. This move can be used in combos or to interrupt your opponent's offense due to the invincibility on startup. Be careful with this move, as it whiffs unless you are extremely close to the opponent. Sheer Servant On. This
Sheer
move
Servant
grants
On.
a temporary buff to servants.
Oh
The
my.
slash version makes servants invincible, meaning they no longer disappear when the opponent attacks them.
Oh.
The heavy slash version makes the servant gauge recover very quickly, making it possible to launch a combination offense together with your servants.
Jesus.
Make good use of the servants you summon to create an opportunity to attack. You can mix the opponent up with her dust attack or throw once you're in close range. If your opponent tries to prevent you from summoning servants, use standing kick or far standing slash as pokes.
Oh, okay.
Her sweep is also easy to use and has a lot of active frames. Her aerial dust attack can keep the opponent from approaching too.
Oh my
Once
god,
you
so
have
much
control
block.
of the field, use
So much
Cheer
block.
Servant On and move in to overwhelm the opponent. Thank you for watching.
But, so overall, like, I think they kind of make Jacko, like, a little bit worse. How I feel? Like, she's not as crazy as she is in Guilty Gear Xrd, where she could just literally summon out demon after demon after demon after demon, puppet after puppet after puppet, crank them up by using, like, a piano move, or just, like, let them explode on contact. They don't have houses. That's for damn sure. The puppets don't have houses because that's a constant, like, respawning point, and they have a health bar. And it was like the opponent's like dragging job to like take care of the puppets, but in this one, it's like they kind of nerfed her down, but they also kind of buffed her in some senses of like her supers and her specials. Like, yes, the puppets or the demons all act the same, and especially because of the little bar right down here, the little bar, and you could have up to like 3 demons at once, and with the super, which is like the pump up, cheer up super, you can either make the puppets invincible, or you can make the puppets speed up, so you can do like crazy shit like what we saw in the corner right here. Where is that shit? Yeah, like that. Like, holy shit. Oh god, I gotta pee. Alright, we were talking about Jacko. But yeah, she kind of is like buff, but also at the same time nerfed. Like, you can only like summon like 3, and for normals are kind of like still the same, but more of the premise is like you play Jacko like a certain way. Oh god, look at that pose right there. Fucking full hunched over like that. Jesus. That certain way is doing fucking summoning the puppets, pressure the opponent with puppets, and just make them fight all this weird crazy shit until you get in on their offense and like mitigate on that while conjuring the puppets. She's not necessarily like a good brawler type of thing, even though she has like good movement with like her ball chain with the kick, and she has like a command grab, but her game plan really boils down to just that. And I'm not a big fan of that type of game style, like Venom or Eddie. Well, Venom is kind of like a different thing because I played Beerus in Dragon Ball FighterZ, and Beerus is technically Venom, but in Dragon Ball universe, controlling the orbs and shit. Does it like replace Venom? That is the question. That is a good question. And you know, I don't want to say she does, because Jacko, at least like in Xrd, is an entirely different character than Venom. He places like the cue balls around like parts of the screen, and it's like your job to controlled by like hitting the balls with your pool cue on where they fly around the screen to your opponent. And Jacko is kind of similar to that, but she's more of a puppet character, and we've seen puppet characters before, like in BlazBlue, for instance, with fucking little boy Carl. And Carl has like the boy himself with like good normals, and the puppet herself, which is like her sister, which is some kind of lore. I like it. Do I like it? Nah. Again, I don't like playing Jacko. She feels weird. She looks cool, but she feels weird. These are the patch notes for Guilty Gear Guilty Gear Strive. The main idea for the patch is to just like get Jacko into the game, fix some issues with netcode, some small like bug fixes here and there with like general menu stuff. What we're really here for is to look at the roster and see who got buffed and nerfed. So let's start with Big Boy Saul. Big Boy Saul is like everybody's hated character because he's so good. And so what did they do to this bitch? What did they do to this bitch? Damn, he got a lot. Wow, he got a lot. Oh my god. What did they do to Saul? What did they do to Mr. Unga Bunga Man? Changes focus on... Actually, let me see. Let me get some music up. Actually, we'll save it. I'll probably like add that in later, because otherwise, if I add music in as like an edit, it will just be like cut parts here and there, and I don't like doing that. I could do that for like audio bits, but not music bits. I like to keep them whole. So, and what's crazy, chat, is that the patch notes for Guilty Gear Strive comes with like a very simplified version of the patch notes that we'll be seeing like down here, because you know this is like the fighting game that Arc System wants to reach the casual audience. So instead of just looking like Bliss and like just trying to grasp to understand the lingo of how these terminology works, they made like few short sentences to basically summarize what the patches did, which I approved them for. You know, they're trying to strive, no pun intended, for that casual feeling. So, but we're fighting game fans, right? Unless of course you want me to look up here. Crouching K, reduced knockback. Bar standing S, which is like his literal like his contestant point, and the best button for soul neutral. Increase knockback and increase the damage scale. Oh, increase the damage scaling. Okay. So Far Slash got kinda nerfed in a little ways. Increase the active time for crouching S. Hitbox during the additional active time has been slightly extended in front of Assault. So crouching S will be a little bit better as a comboable normal than compared to like far standing slash, which also combos with H, but now they're gonna make use with other buttons. Forward slash, decrease the hitbox on top and the bottom of the attack, increase the hurtbox around soul speed. Oh, okay, so it's basically saying that like, okay, forward slash is a really good tool because it heavily moves soul forward, like that big like chop, not the stab thing that soul has, that's like forward heavy slash, but it was like he moves his foot forward, moves his body forward, and then slashes you like this. That's forward slash. So they kind of nerfed forward slash like that. And what do they say in the hitbox has been decreased, making it more likely to lose to low profile moves and forward P attacks. Forward P attacks. Oh, okay. Lose to low profile and dead angle. Okay. Because it was a good button, I can see that why. Ground Viper extend the attack's active time and increase time spent in the air. So, what does that mean? Making it more viable as an anti-air attack. Ah, okay. So, a good buff slash nerf for Volcanic Viper, because what people would always do for Soul is do heavy Volcanic Viper, because that's the good shit. And that's like, if you clean hit that shit with Volcanic Viper on for heavy version, you get like insane, like almost full screen conversion from one screen to another with Volcanic Viper clean hit. So that's good. Making grounded Volcanic Viper a little bit more better, so you don't have to use heavy version. Bandit Bringer greatly increased knockback. Okay, good. Because Bandit Bringer is like Soul's main tool, one of his many tools to approach the opponent. So adding more knockback, which is like when the opponent is blocking, it puts more distance when you're using Bandit Breaker on an opponent blocking. So you won't be able to like greatly approach, won't be at like a close enough range with your opponent after using Bandit Bringer. Okay. Aerial Bandit Bringer, same thing, increased landing recovery. Oh god. Wild Throw became possible to follow up by using, oh no. Increased positive frames on hit. Oh my god. So they made his like 30 to almost 33% grab a little bit better. Oh god. The move no longer comes out when inputting forward directions after. Oh, okay, so Heavy Mob Cemetery is like, yeah, I get that a lot. That's a good buff, because whenever I try to do his like full screen grab, that's Heavy Mob Cemetery, I would always get Tyrant Rave, and fuck, I don't want to do that. That's good that it's doing that. Good. So that's Soul. It's like, they still kept him the same. But kind of like nerf some things and buff others. Like, it's an equal balance, as life should be. But yeah, like, Soul's still the same. You know, it's just like, you won't get as much damage from bar slash. They made his crouching slash a little bit better. Grounded Volcanic Viper is alright. Wild Throw is actually viable. Made him okay. Alright, so now Kai Kisuke. Let's see. Bar standing slash. Reduce recovery, make it more easily affected by dash momentum. Oh, okay. Alright. Decrease knockback for kick. Oh god. Made it easier for the second hit to combo by changing the distance traveled. There you go. Let's change some things. There you go. Good. Got some light. Decrease the distance created between Kai and the opponent after second hit connects. Oh, okay, so it made Stun Dipper a little bit easier. Made it easier for the second hit to combo by changing the distance traveled. Okay, good. Yeah, Stun Dipper was like really good, and it was like easily blockable. So now they made Kai a little bit of a menace, because everybody uses Stun Dipper to get their low profile special for that high-low mix. Dragon Install. Oh, okay. Sped up the attack startup on activation, expand the hitbox front to reduce the upper hitbox. Okay. Dragon Install now increases tension gauge after a period of time as the other. Ooh! So, Dragon Install will become like a viable move? Is that what I'm hearing? Because I heard from my homies, which I showed this patch notes a little bit earlier, before this like reaction to you all chat, is that I think one friend of mine was saying Dragon Install was like a shit move, like it was a worthless move. You didn't want to like activate it. It was just there for like cool, but not really viable. And so now they're making it a little bit viable. It doesn't do anything essential properties. It's just like add hits on certain moves, and that's what really Dragon Install was. But now you kind of do get a purpose with tension gauge. Yeah. And that's what Strive said. We had intended it to be an invaluable option, but it resulted in the move being underpowered and not very used frequently. This caused us to reevaluate it, including buffs to the activation. Ah, okay. Okay, but main thing for like Khai is that his S got a little bit better, his stun taper got a little bit better, Dragon Install kind of okay. I don't think we'll see like a drastic change of Khai players using Dragon Install, but it is good that like Dragon Install is getting a little bit of service. Mei. What did I do to this Mei? What did I do to the other gorilla in the game? Oh god. Bar slash. Decrease the lower hitbox and hurt box. Increase the active frame and decrease recovery. Standing heavy slash. Okay. Decrease active time. Okay. Overhead kiss. Oh, okay. So Mei was really good for the fact that she can do like charge back to forward dolphins, and every Mei player was doing that. And of course, not only that, is that her buttons were really good. Her like anchor swings are a little bit top tier. Her abnormal normals were like super good in every situation. Now they kind of made it a little bit nerfed. So as it says, as her standing slash, heavy slash has much shorter range than her slash. Despite having a lot of recovery, we reduced the recovery and improved the attack's active frame. Oh, okay. So once you like swing the hammer, which is like that's standing heavy slash, it makes the opponent stop. Okay. Also reduce the lower hitbox and hurt box of her far standing slash. Reduce the active time of her crouching S. Ah, okay. Okay, so it's just mainly fixing up her normals, and her overhead kiss, which, as they say, could only be followed up in the corner, now can be used in mid-screen. And reduce the damage, of course. Okay. So, alright. Now I'm starting to see a trend that, like, some characters got nerfed, some characters got buffed, some are, like, in a weird neutral path. Some moves got nerfed and buffed for certain characters. Let's see, Axel low. Hard for Axel to get significant returns from his standing P. His standing P was like his like low startup frame scythe throw. That shit? I think that's what it was. And crouching P from mid-screen, despite the risk of losing them out to the opponent's attack. They can now combo into, I don't know what the snail is, I'm not an Axel player. Now easier to use one vision in combos, as the ready stance can be cancelled into from special. Oh, so yeah, that's like a similar trend with like Khai, because Khai and Axel got cool moves. Khai having Dragon Install, which is like the markings on his face move, and Axel having literally Jojo Dio Zawadado, literally stops time. Which, by the way, I still have to watch Jojo. I still have to watch Jojo. I'm still on that verge. I'm in Stardust Crusaders. But now it's like Axel's one vision could see some potential viability. Instead of just him doing like, instead of just every Axel player just like stopping your neutral approach with long-range scythe attacks and specials, because that was literally annoying. my hated matchup for Axel is the fact that it's Axel. And his long-range hit annoys the shit out of me. I hate this character. If I'm playing Dickinson, and if I see Axel pop up, I'm like, that's a matchup I'll definitely lose at. No way I'll make Gold Lewis good against an Axel low player. It is disgusting. But that's good for Axel. Alright, Chip! What did he do to Chip? Reduce the lower part of the hitbox for bar standing slash. Crouching slash. Made it more easily affected by dash momentum. Oh, okay. As there was too much of a difference in facing opponents who could anti-air his kick, it is now easier for anti-airs to hit him during descent. So, down heavy kick is like that spiral kick that he does, right? I think that's what it is. I always called it like dust, but dust is like that one kick. Down kick in the air for Chip is like that big spinning like dive kick. Okay, alright. On the other hand, he is now left in a more advantageous position on hit or block, with less distance between the... Oh no. He's gonna be much more annoying than he is in the... the previous game. Previous patch. Previous version. Previous version, right. Lower part of his hitbox, bar standing slash, has been reduced to loose to low profile. Same kind of thing with Soul. Better means to... Okay. Alright, so Chip only got like one significant nerf, is that his down K dive kick, because I can see that makes sense, because a lot of Chip players will like position you in the corner, and what they'll do is like dive kick all the damn time, and you have just no other choice but to either block it or anti-air it, and it leads to like good safe shit because it becomes an overhead low. When he does like dive kick in the air, you have to watch out because he'll probably do like a low and like mix you up. But that's good that they made that like kind of dangerous move for Chip. I still call it like a dangerous move because it was like that one move I see over and over again, and it just creates like insane block pressure. Reduced knockback. Okay. But they still like buffed it in a way because it lessens the distance between you and the opponent if you're playing Chip. What else? Potemkin! Oh god, scary grapple man, what did they do? Greatly increased the merit of making the opponent block Heat Knuckle. So, what does that mean? Made it easier to gain tension gauge when blocked. And greatly increases the opponent's risk level on block. Oh, okay. So it's like kind of a 50-50 for you. For you and the opponent. Because it makes you gain meter, but also gains opponent's like burst meter. Reduced recovery. Now more difficult for the opponent to punish Potemkin when the opponent blocks the latter half of the active frames of forward K. Fix an issue with a hurt box. Okay, so technically bug fix, technically just reduce recovery and Heat Knuckle. Heat Knuckle is kind of okay in a way. Faust. Bone crushing excitement. Now causes wall break on hit in the corner now. Oh my god. This benefits Faust's extra damage output and tension gauge gain. Now easier to prevent the opponent's approach using his improved standing slash, which is increase active time and damage on the follow hit. Oh my god. This greatly increases pressure at mid-range when combined with his increase to his crouching heavy slash hitbox and the fast startup on his aerial K. Forgot what his aerial K was. I don't normally play a lot of Faust because Faust was like at the bottom of the list, but there's always like one or two Fausts just like grinding it out and just doing their own thing. But I respect Faust for it. Do I hate it? Absolutely. But do I respect it? Yeah. I kinda. Decrease the hitbox at startup, extend the hitbox in front of Faust, that's crouching, attack speed. Mainly it's just bone crushing excitement. That his super where he like breaks your shins with a wheelchair. That's what really is it. Okay. Alright, Emilia Rage. In order to make her make her grounded attacks more viable, the recovery of her standing slash has been reduced, and her special moves that can be cancelled into from normals have been buffed. Okay. So now you can actually do standing heavy slash combos. The S version of Tandem Top. What's Tandem Top again? I forgot what it was. Tandem Top is that like the Halo ring? Or is that the moon? Or is that the moon? Emilia Rage Tandem Top? Which one was it? 5D, 6P, 6K, 2P, 2H, JP, grounded throws, air throw. Oh, the fucking Halo. Alright, the disc. Alright, that was it. Alright, I'll be keeping that handy. Iron Savior. That's just a bug fix. Increased movement speed of the hitbox. Ooh, okay. So they made the light disco. They made the light disc a little bit better, and Lust Shaker a little bit better. Okay, so it's just mainly only two of her special moves. Everything else is the same, but I think the significant one was her standing heavy slash. That was it. Okay, standing heavy slash can technically be cancelled. Let's see. Zato. We have mainly improved his options where he cannot summon Eddie. Standing heavy slash has been significantly buffed, making it a strong choice to prevent the opponent's approach. So basically increased attack time and hitbox in front of Zato. Forward P got a little bit better. Alright. And canceling Eddie is a little bit faster. Okay. So it's just only like two moves that they made him a little bit better. And for retracting Eddie is a little bit better because now you can like cancel him on the fly, it feels. So I get that. Alright, Ram Lethal, another gorilla in Guilty Gear Strive. So what did they do to Ram? Increase the forward movement of Dauro. Dauro, what's that? What is that? Dauro. Let's see. Ram Lethal Valentine. Oh god. Which one was it? Oh, that move. Okay, that move. Oh god. What was that? Okay, so Dauro lets you move forward. Aerial has reduced the lower hitbox behind and in front of Ram Lethal. Okay, that's a good nerf. If I remember correctly, Ram Lethal's heavy slash in air does like the spike sword, the spike rate sword in air. So okay, I can see that. Now easier for Aerial S to lose to anti-air attacks due to the decrease in its hitbox on both sides. Oh, okay, good. Good. Aggressa Ordono. Floats the opponent on grounded hit only when both swords are equipped. Aggressa Ordono? What's that? 2, 4, 6. Oh! I don't see that a lot. I thought it would be like the launches or like something else. Okay. Alright. Not significant like changes, but only like a few. Alright, Leo Whitefang. What did they do to my boy? Did they make him like good? Or did they make him bad? Increase his options during back stance, making it easier to open up the opponent's defense. Oh Jesus, they made him buff. Oh god, what did they do? The mechanics have now been adjusted so that he will always move toward the opponent when using the dash button. Oh god! As he would previously sometimes mistakenly move away from the opponent. Okay, so maybe like a bug fix now. Maybe that's like a sign of a bug fix, but... Jesus, now they just made him more menacing. What else did they do? K during back stance. Can be dash or jump. God. That's what I was practicing. That's what I was practicing before. Oh god, they made him hella dangerous now. They made him hella dangerous. Oh Jesus, why? Why? Oh god, that means I'll play him even more. Haha! My character got buffed. But that's good. I mean, like, Leo played his own game, so they just made him more of his own game. With, like, backdash shit. They're trying to, like... I feel like this last sentence only just made him a little bit better with regards to Exard Leo, where Leo can just move around the entire screen with like back stance and just like cancel moves into dash. And it feels like this is kind of like the approach that they're doing it. Not necessarily nerfing the son of a bitch. I mean, he was nerfed in like post-beta and like day one launch for Leo Whitefang, because you can't do any of the shit that you were doing before in the betas. But now it's like, okay, alright. They're kind of like returning him to Exard, but only just like one move. It's not like an indication that he will definitely return to that. But let's see where the future will take Leo Whitefang. Nago Ryuki. Depending on the situation after the first hit of Wassup Ryuki, it would sometimes not go into the rest of the animation. Oh, okay. This has led to a technique to secure follow-up damage by hitting with the edge of the attack. It also made it disadvantageous when hitting with the back of the attack. Oh, okay, so I'm like looking at it over here, but basically it's what they're saying. They want to make his like super, where he like caresses the sword and then like launches you up. They're trying to make it more of a true hit slash clean hit of a move, and not be like a radical, like funky, like even if you're like at the sword's tip, you would get hit and then the full animation would occur. Now that's not the case. It has to be a true move from like grounded or like close to the sword's like swing. Okay. What else do they do? Forward P. Oh, his pimp slap. Sped up the attack start. Oh god. He's gonna pimp slap even harder. Alright. Bar standing S. Final follow-up hit. Increased amount of blood gauge recovered. Oh god. That's kind of dangerous. But it was like a good tool for Nago Ryuki to use, because he would just like go like and then and then it's a good like, and it doesn't take up a lot of blood. Now they're trying to make his like auto S series a little bit riskier. With just only like the final hit, not like everything else about the S. So if you land it, you get more blood. Previously, if you landed it before, you get less blood. Now, more blood. Okay. Alright. It's just more like one good change and one nerf and one bug fix. Okay. Giovanna. Okay. Giovanna. My girl. My baby. She can now combo into forward P for moves such as standing P, making combos easier in situations such as punishing the opponent. Oh my god, okay. And forward P you can like combo, right? Forward, like general forward P you can combo moves. Yeah, you can forward P. Oh my god, wow, okay. Alright. So now it would be like a good viable tool instead of just like doing Giovanna stuff. When the final hit of her forward heavy slash connects, she is now in a better situation for Okizeme. Oh, okay. So, in layman's terms, what does it mean? Knocks down the opponent on hit. Oh, okay. So, now she could just like... It was like... Oh, okay, because Hunting Hawk final hit would like be a soft knockdown and the opponent would like readily get up. Now it's like a super hard knockdown, like Dragon Ball FighterZ knockdown. And now that just gives her more options to like capitalize on the opponent on Oki. And what Oki is, chat, is when you have the opponent like on the floor and they're trying to like wake up after what you do, like a sweep or a move that makes them sliding back. The opponent has to guess what you're doing, and what you're doing could either be a high or a low or a cross up or an empty jump or a throw. That's what Okizeme is. You have to like guess the situation from wake up when your character is literally getting his ass up. Alright. But that's good, that's good. That's good that they gave Giovanna a little bit of stuff to work with, and a little bit of tools to work with as well. Alright. Angie Mito. You can now mix up opponents blocking at mid-range using Fujin, because the motion occurs before the attack is active. Oh, really? So... Also, really, so what that means is that increased... Ooh, Fujin got a little bit better. And what else do they do for Fujin? Made it possible to cancel into various follow-up attacks even when... Oh my god, wow. Okay, so even if, like, the regular move of Fujin, like, doesn't land, it just, like, hits nothing, you can now do, like... Fujin overhead or Fujin low or Fujin hop or Fujin projectiles. Oh, okay, cool. Make his like good approach tool kind of better. Far standing slash, reduce recovery. All right, Shin Ichiseki. Which one is that? Shin Ichishiki. Oh, the projectile. Okay. Increased the attack's active time and extended the hitbox. Oh, okay. And just increasing the Ultra in particular has been buffed mainly so that it would be easier to cause wall break. Ah, okay. Gotcha. But the main thing for Angie is just one move in particular, and that's just Fujin, because that's Angie Mito's game plan. It's literally Fujin, dance, either Okizeme. Previously I say previously for Angie Mito is because in Accent Core, which he hailed from, his whole game plan was to like knock you down and go for Butterfly. Now the Butterfly is nerfed in Angie Mito, so you don't do Angie Mito shit like you do in Accent Core. You do different stuff. But now it's relegated to just like Fujin. Okay. They made Fujin a little bit better. Kinda nutty. Ino. What do they do to Ino? The movement of her ground and aerial hover dash has been buffed, expanding her options for both Okizeme and neutral, changes to her normals such as standing heavy slash and the heavy slash version of stroke to big 3 create additional opportunities for combos and increase her pressure at close range. Come again? What does that mean? Ultimate Fortissimo, which is like that super has been the invincible wake up super has been buffed so that would be easier to wall break. Or maybe I'm thinking that wrong. Not Ultimate Fortissimo. Which one is that? No? Stroke of the tree. Chemical love. Oh, it is the anti-air move. Okay, okay. Thought it was like Megalomania, but it wasn't. Megalomania is the other super, which is not rarely seen by Eno players. But let me see like the actual patch notes. Increase the movement speed and distance. Okay, so you don't have to like hold down forward to do like dashing with Eno. They made her a little bit better in terms of movement. Okay. Standing heavy slash sped up the attack startup and made it float the opponent on grounded hit. Ooh. What is standing heavy slash? Oh, the guitar like smash. Okay. Reduce knockback. Reduce horizontal opponent blowback on hit. Oh, okay, so they won't get like flying. It just kind of like made it shorter between Eno and the opponent with sweep. Aerial D adjusted the effects of grounded opponents, increasing the time allowed for follow-up attacks. Ooh, okay, is that for like her air kick? Where she like does like a full splits in air? Okay. Reduce knockback and Ultimate Fortissimo. Okay. So she's kind of like the second character that got a little bit of changes compared to Saul. And kind of significant changes to make her a little bit better with dashes and whatnot, her flow dashes. And Ultimate Fortissimo got a little bit buffed by just like making her movement a little bit forward when she's doing the move. Reduce knockback. Okay, I see that. Alright. I see. Gold Lewis Dickinson. Gold Dick Lewison. That's how I have to call him, Chad, man. Come on. Gold Dick Lewison. The hit effect of Skyfish will now be buffed depending on the security level. Ooh, okay. Alright. It provides a major advantage on hit at level 3 in particular. That I'm gonna have to take a look forward to. The adjustments of crouching K and forward P are minor but improve their usability. Oh god, okay. Dust attack adjusts the landing recovery after the finishing blow hits to match other characters. Crouching K, which is like... God, this side is so handy. Crouching K, what is that? Oh, this move. This move in particular. Oh, okay. So they made it to reduce knockback. Okay. Forward P, which is like the Yuma, the claw. Sped up the attack start. Okay, so they're kind of making a little bit more of a anti-air tool or like a upper body invincible tool now with this one. Skyfish, we already read that. Down with the system. Fix the bug where wall break would not occur and there would be a graphical error when hitting an opponent at a certain distance in the corner, despite the follow-up animation occurring. Oh, so this is just a bug fix. Damn, man, come on. I was hoping for, like, Gold Dick Lewison to get, like, buffed in his swings, like, at least, like, make some moves a little bit faster on startup, a little bit, like, active. Something like that, maybe. I was definitely not happy about that. Because I play Gold Dick Lewison. He's a fun character. He's a fun, like, fat-ass fucking character. But damn, is it such a struggle just to play this son of a bitch. Like, when you get momentum working, he definitely does have some tools that, like, he like goes with the flow type of thing, with like getting high-low mixes into coffin swings is really good. Getting setups like the drones and the machine guns to like get some things going for momentum shift for Gold Lewis, but man, he sucks when he's like cornered. He has good damage output, but he doesn't have any good like fast shit that makes him really good like other characters. Which of course, you know, I mean that makes sense because Gold Dick Lewison is a very fat, slow character. So it definitely makes sense of like why he is the way he is and why the changes are like so, you know. I mean, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. But yeah, these are like the patch notes for Guilty Gear Strive. Not that much. Only some small nerfs, some small buffs. Think hella buffs. Think hella nerfs and some buffs to like Saul and I think who had the second largest one? What did I say? Oh, Eno. Eno got like the biggest one because of how many there are. But I think it's just that. Just slight smaller like tweaks, bug fixes. For some characters, reduce knockback on others. It's alright. It's not like the definitive patch notes for every single character in the game, because this is still like fresh off the boat Guilty Gear Strive. We still have like a long way to go before like Strive's potential Exard Rev 2 update, and that won't be in for like a while when the game starts to get a little bit crazier with like obviously more characters and stuff, but with like more changes and quality of life improvements to characters. Right now this is just like, okay, we understand the worries of what people are complaining about for Strive, which some of the top tier characters like Saul and May and Axel, Ram, Leo Whitefang, those types of characters, you know? Those that like dominate the game. Okay, we'll make them a little bit nerfed, but still a little bit better, because, you know, you don't want the game to like completely nerf the characters because of some like wishy-washy wish, you know? You want to keep the pace of Guilty Gear Strive in the same level playing field, right? You want to make sure that like, oh, some characters, you know, stay like this, and some characters need to be nerfed down, but only like small amounts. There's no like real dangerous character that is in Guilty Gear Strive. You know, it's just that it comes off the impression as like, oh, this character is cheap when I'm playing against them. Nerf the shit out of him, please. Please, guys. And that's not the case, you know. I don't want like characters to get like nerfed. I love like labbing Saul in practice mode and just getting like cool like fast RC cancels and stuff like that. But at the same time, playing against him when someone who's like really good with Saul is like, oh my god. I kinda hate it, but I also kinda love it. Oh god. But other than Saul, like, some characters got a little bit, buffed. Leo already got buffed, which is kind of like a reckless thing in my opinion. Like, don't make the character a little bit OD with the way he is. Because Leo plays as like his own game, so... Leo definitely is like the character that, ignores the rules and fundamentals of Guilty Gear and just plays his own shtick. But I do like seeing other characters getting like buffed in some manner of aspects, like Faust. He gets this like super that literally creates combo opportunities in corner, or sorry, not combo opportunities, wall shifts in corner. Zato got a little bit better with canceling Eddie, and I like seeing Zato more so than other characters like Axel. Ram I don't know, because I don't like seeing Ram a lot, because everybody in the second beta of Guilty Gear Strive was playing Ram, and it was my destiny to purge all Rams in known existence. But yeah, this was like a nice like patch. We won't get to like some of the bigger like patches in like the final version of Strive, but this is like the first wave of what's to come. Think of it as like a signal flag of like more potential changes that will be that are going to be made possible by Arc System Works to make the game a little bit nice to players, new players, but still by nerfing some characters, but still keeping the characters, you know, their same game plan. There's still same flow of what makes these characters really good, or in the other way around, what makes them really cheap. You know, of course, like, characters are cheap because, you know, players play characters in, like, certain ways of playing those characters. Like, Mei, for instance, like, definitely loves doing Dolphin because it's safe on block. It's a good, fast move approach. Her normals are insanely busted. Well, not broken. Well, not busted. Broken. But busted? No. She's not a busted character where the team has to reconsider making Mei, like, not a viable character. No. This is not a dangerous character. It's just, with Guilty Gear games or with anime games, it just comes off as, like, cheapness, you know? Like, characters don't, like, come off as, like, dangerously busted like we've seen in other characters in games like Smash Brothers, where obviously Bayonetta Day 1 for Smash 4 was insanely busted, and the dev team by Nintendo and Sakurai was like looking at her like, oh, I think we made her a little bit too good. Fans are like complaining that like she's insanely top tier, and we gotta like change that. So they did like an emergency ban list, a term from Yu-Gi-Oh, for Bayonetta. And slightly here and there with the launch of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, they were slowly returning Bayo to not really old form, but still like made her fun. Just kept the dangerous part out, but still made her ways to make her fun and still viable. She's not overly busted in Ultimate, not that I know of, but she's still good. She's still viable. She's still playable. I still remember getting my ass beat by Pablo, my friend Fireball260, and he plays Bayonetta. He still rocks my ass, but do I complain about it? Sometimes, but generally like keep it together. And you know, that's my character. That's my Bayo. That's my girl. I was like #1 fan favorite for Bayo until I like realized the error of my ways, that like, oh, Bayo is dangerous. Bayo is definitely dangerous on Smash 4. Bayo is not a likable character in the Smash community. Even after with all like the nerfs and stuff like that, they still have like PTSD memories of Bayo just like literally whooping the shit out of you. But you get what I mean, right? Like, you don't want to have like that sort of bustedness in Guilty Gear Strive, and so far, no one is not really busted in Guilty Gear Strive. It's just like they have certain tools that make them better than other characters, and it's not designating them as like broken or busted. It's just they have these good moves. That's really it. Nothing more, nothing less. Not like a signal that like, oh, they need to be nerfed. It's just that they got buffed in some ways. They're still keeping like the flow of the game. They still want to have players play their game, but at the same time think about like, oh, some of the meta charts for Guilty Gear Strive, I see a lot of players were using this so-and-so character and that so-and-so character. What do they do for certain characters? You're kind of like doing one move and just create a lot of oppression. And what our System Works is trying to do for Guilty Gear is like create more neutral, create more space between you and the opponent. Create more of that same, you know, one turn, and not constantly, you know, one person's turn all the damn time. It's gonna be like Street Fighter, which is basically what Guilty Gear Strive is at its core. It is literally SF5, but with Guilty Gear mechanics. You don't have many combo opportunities. They nerfed Gatling system. It's just now it's good. Now was like, I feel like with now in fighting games, at least like in modern day, they're trying to approach that SF model of just, you know, like nerfing damage, not a lot of combos, counter hit opportunities like we've seen in Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Tekken 7. Tekken 7 is kind of like a different case because it is 3D, so they have their own realm of isms. But they're trying to like go for that route. They're trying to like go for that route, at least like with fighting games nowadays. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, obviously, because it is an anime fighting game and it takes roots in Street Fighter. But yeah, like it's just they're following that chart, and that's how you get like more people into the game, by like not making everything crazy, to make it more accessible so that everybody can come into the game. And not only that, if the game is good looking, and already right off the bat, Guilty Gear Strive hella looks good than its predecessor. It hella looks way better than Xrd, and that's saying something. Oh, but yeah. I think we should end it for here. So yeah, we'll probably end it here. That's it for the Guilty Gear patch notes. So we're gonna be moving on to